Good day, ma'am, and good day, sir. This is our research study in Group 10, Grade 11 Mabini in a PowerPoint presentation entitled Perception of Grade 11 Student in the Implementation of Modular Distance Learning in Agusan del Sur National High School. This is qualitative basic research proposal. Researchers. Leader, Jovany Angcla. And the members are Cyrile Valles, Jesus Arones, Darell Bonilla, and Caryl Mae Malinao. Researchers from General Academic Strand.
Context and rationale. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Department of Education is working to develop ways for every student to continue their studies in a new normal type of setting. The distance modular modality is one of these methods. When the classes are started at the middle of COVID-19 pandemic, many of the students in Agusan del Sur National High School experiencing some difficulties in their study. One of the most difficult aspects of online modular learning for many students is the inability to focus on a screen for a lengthy periods of time. Students are more likely to be quickly distracted by social media or other websites while they learn online. The distance modular learning have two types, which is printed and digitized. Printed are distributed in our barangay or in schools, while digitized distributed through files or link using the different apps. Students must need internet connection to download or access that file. Student can be distracted by any social media apps, for example, Facebook and TikTok, and especially the game Mobile Legends. Another major issue with online classes is the lack of internet access. Maintaining a stable connection with adequate speed remains a challenge in smaller cities and villages. There can be loss of continuity in learning for children if students or teachers do not have access to the internet on a regular basis. This has a negative impact on the educational processes. One of the difficulties in distance modular modality is the low internet connection in any networks. This is also one of the major problems in digitized modality. They need to wait a few minutes to access or download a file.
However, there is no physical contact between student and teachers in an online class. Many students often feel alone as a result of this. In this case, the school must allow of alternative channels of communication between students, classmates, and teachers. This can include things like online messaging, emails, and video conferencing, which allowed for face-to-face engagement and alternative isolation. Communication, especially in the education sector, needs to be studied as communication between teacher and student has the ability to improve the learning experience and to create a positive setup. Communication is simply the transfer of information from one person to another or group to another. Effective communication is a process of exchanging ideas, thoughts, knowledge, and information in such a way as to fulfill the purpose or intent in the best possible way. In other terms, it is nothing more than the sender's expression of views in a way that the recipient understands best. The aim of online communication is the same as that of face-to-face communication, bonding, exchanging information, being heard, and being understood. Fostering a sense of community in online classes will make the students' learning express more meaningful, and it can help them stay connected during the course life. With teacher, communicate with student, whether in face-to-face class or an online class, they communicate from the purpose of offering knowledge or having information to gain, understand, and develop relationship. Communicating with student in an online environment requires a little more thought and planning than communicating with student in the traditional environment. The effect of online learning during COVID-19. Next, There are parents concerned about the health risk of their children. Looking at a screen for so long, one of the most serious problem and downside of online learning is the rise in screen time. Students may acquire terrible posture and other physical problems as a result of sitting crouched in front of a screen for long period of time. Parents concerned covered a wide range of areas from health to social and cognitive development. They were unsure how much internet use was harmful to their kids' attention span and classroom performance. They feared the impact of electronic device or their children's ability to participate in the physical world without reliance on screen and media. To top it all off, parents often express a strong sense of personal guilt associated with letting their children be entertained by devices. This study is exclusively taking place at Agusan del Sur National High School, with selected students from grade 11 student in senior high school as participants. Our study is aimed to know and determine the perception of students in the implementation of modular distance learning only at Agusan del Sur National High School and grade 11 student.
If the study is conducted out, it will benefit parents, teachers, and students. Parents, they will be aware and provide for their child's requirements in order to make their studies more pleasant. Parents can now assist their child's needs for their modules to make it easy and comfortable for them. Teachers, they can adjust and manage the amount of time and activities offered to their students in order to make it easier for them to collect their outputs on time. Students, they can study more effectively because they don't really have to suffer and can learn in the comfort of their own homes. This method of teaching benefits of both teachers and students. This new method of teaching, which we normalize distance learning. Teachers can teach through online classes and make it less stressful and easy for both students and teachers. This pandemic caused an issue around the world that changed many things including classes. We conduct this research to know the perception of grade 11 students amidst COVID-19 pandemic. As a students in grade 11, we experience some of these advantages of distance modular learning. We conduct this research to solve the problems and make our studies more comfortable. That's why this distance learning was highly recommended to continue and normalize this new way of study.
Research questions. The goal of this study is to learn about and identify students' perceptions of distance modular learning in Agusan del Sur National High School. This study intends to assist students who are having difficulties with distance modular learning in order to help them enhance their studies if the research is completed. If this research is completed, it will be able to assist many students of Agusan del Sur National High School in dealing with all of their difficulties, stress, depression, anxiety, and other negative effects that may be detrimental to their studies. Furthermore, this research can serve as a guide for all students looking to improve their learning. First research question. Why do students sometimes fail to submit their assignments on time? Some students are unable to complete the task because of some reason, and the purpose of this research is to determine what those factors may be. Second question. What is the main reason why students are constantly under pressure from their modules? There are many reasons why students are pressured in their modules nowadays. This study aims to know what are those elements. Third question. What are the reasons why students are unable to communicate their concerns to their teachers? There are numerous reasons why students are unable to express their concerns to their teachers. We can identify some of these reasons if our study was completed. Last research question. What adaptations do students need to make in order to continue their studies comfortably? There are many things or steps that can help and can be done by students to be more comfortable in their learning. And we can identify that by knowing their perception in modular learning modality amidst COVID-19 pandemic. Conceptual framework and research design. Grade 11 students of Agusan del Sur National High School says that this study aims to identify students' perceptions of modular distance learning in Agusan del Sur National High School, as well as obtain insights into how to solve the great majority of learning conflicts, find solutions, and take action to mitigate the current concern. The purpose of our study is to know the perception of students in Agusan del Sur National High School in the implementation of modular distance learning. This study aims to help the parents, teachers, and students to find solutions and take actions for the problem in distance learning.
Characteristic of participants. The participants of the study is the grade 11 student in Agusan del Sur National High School who belong to modular learning, both printed and digitized. Age of participants 17 to 19. Modality both printed and digitized. Track gas, EBM, TBL, STEAM, UMS. Those are the participants. Distribution of participants. Track, EBM, gas, STEAM, TBL, UMS. Number of participants. 2 EBM, 2 gas, 2 STEAM, 2 TBL, 2 UMS. The total of 10 participants. The conceptual framework and research design. First, student opinion and concern about their experience in distance learning modality. Second, students' presentation in the implementation of distant modular modality. Third, student suggestion to make their study more comfortable. Our respondents, all grade 11 students. My opinion about this, students are simply not motivated in online classes. They are usually easy and are time efficient, but student learning outcomes tend to be lackluster because there are no scheduled meeting times for class. Students must rely on self-discipline to get through the material on their own.
We'd like to thank you for your time and attention today. That's all for now. Stay safe, God bless, always choose to be happy, and don't forget to spread the positivity.